Okay, ready for a deep dive. Today we're taking a closer look at the astrological pairing of Cancer and Pisces.
Uh, Water signs. Always a good time.
Right. But we're going beyond those basic compatibility descriptions. Those water signs are a perfect match. Blurbs you see everywhere.
Yeah, we're getting into it, figuring out if this is a match truly made in astrological heaven, or maybe not so much.
Exactly. And we've got some intriguing source material that suggests this pairing might be more complex than it appears on the
Oh,
surface.
absolutely. One thing that always jumps out at me is that instant connection Cancer and Pisces tend to have. Like, bam, intense emotional bond right off the bat.
Yeah, that whole we just get each other kind of thing seems romantic, but
Is it lasting? That's the question, right?
exactly. Is it a sign of true compatibility, or could it be masking deeper issues? What do you think?
Well, that intensity, it is common with water signs. Got to acknowledge that.
Yeah.
But common doesn't equal easy or guaranteed long-term success.
Okay, so then what's the catch with Cancer and Pisces? If that instant connection isn't the whole story, what is?
See, the challenge lies in how differently these two approach love, relationships,
Yeah.
like what they're actually looking for long-term.
Okay, let's break that down. Cancer is all about stability, right? Home, family, that kind of vibe.
Totally. Imagine like a cozy cabin, fireplace going, deep in the woods. That's the kind of feeling Cancer wants in a relationship. Secure, steady, reliable.
Makes sense. And Pisces, how does that emotional water sign fit in or not?
Pisces is more about the flow, the ebb and flow of feelings, experiences. Like, that cabin's nice, but they want to go whitewater rafting too, you know?
So not necessarily seeking drama,
Yeah.
but definitely needing a certain level of intensity to feel fulfilled.
Exactly. Spontaneity, those moments that take your breath away, that's huge EE for Pisces. Without that, things can get stagnant, you know?
I can see how that difference in what they each want could cause friction down the line. Like they're coming at love from two different planets almost.
It's true. But before we write off this pairing completely,
There's got to be some upside, right?
oh, absolutely. And our source actually points to a major strength, Cancer's incredible emotional intelligence, like off the charts.
Which is perfect for Pisces in a way, right? Because they often struggle to even put their feelings into words.
100%. Having a partner who just gets them without needing long explanations, that's huge.
It's like having a built-in therapist and best friend all in one.
And you know what's fascinating? This source says that emotional connection, it impacts everything else in their relationship, like even in the bedroom.
Yeah.
Things get really interesting.
Okay, Cancer and Pisces in the bedroom. Things are about to get steamy.
You could say that. Water signs, remember?
Yeah.
Lots of emotion, lots of sensuality to work with.
Right, right. So what makes this pairing interesting between the sheets?
Well, it's almost like they each bring something to the table that the other one needs to, like, loosen up, you know?
Okay, I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
So Cancer, with that need for security, sometimes intimacy for them can get a little, I don't know, routine.
By the book.
Yeah, exactly. Nothing wrong with that, of course, but...
But Pisces is going to shake things up a bit.
Oh, for sure. See, Pisces is the sign that exalts Venus. Did you know that?
Wait, Venus like the planet. What does that have to do with anything?
Everything. Venus is all about love, beauty, pleasure, the good stuff.
Okay.
So Pisces has this natural gift for bringing those things into the relationship, especially in the bedroom. They're imaginative, they're sensual.
I'm starting to see where this is going.
They can help Cancer tap into that side of themselves too. Encourage them to let go, be more adventurous.
Even if they're not a Cancer or a Pisces, listeners have got to be relating to this. That idea that the right person helps you blossom, try new things.
100%. But of course, like with any pairing, it's not all sunshine and roses. And for these two, one word: trust.
Yeah, that's a big one. We've talked about how much security matters to Cancer.
And Pisces, well, sometimes they have a flexible relationship with the truth.
Flexible, that's one way to put it.
Right, it's not that they're trying to be deceitful, but they really hate conflict. So sometimes they'll bend things a little, avoid the hard conversation, just to keep the peace.
Which is a recipe for disaster with Cancer, who needs honesty above all else.
Exactly. Imagine this. Cancer's ready to move in, maybe even get married. That's like peak security for them, right?
Building that future together, solidifying the commitment.
Meanwhile, Pisces might be freaking out inside, not ready for that at all. But instead of saying so,
They try to dodge the bullet, tell a little white lie, anything to avoid a fight.
and in the short term, maybe that works. But long term, that's how you erode trust, leaving both people feeling misunderstood.
So communication is key then. But how do they make it actually work?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Because it's not enough to just say, talk more. It's how they talk.
Easier said than done, though, right? Like, just communicate better, okay, but how? Especially when it's about stuff that's already causing tension.
You're telling me. It takes practice, for sure. For Cancer, I think the key is when you feel that urge to shut down or get all quiet and resentful,
Oh, Cancer's passive aggression is real.
it's a classic. But instead of that, try saying the feeling directly, but not in an attacking way.
Like, I feel insecure when this happens instead of, you're always making me feel insecure.
Yes, own your experience. And for Pisces, as tough as it is, getting those feelings out there clearly,
Yeah.
that's crucial.
Even if it risks a fight. Because honesty, even when it's hard, that's the foundation.
100%. And look, learning to let some things go is huge for both of them, but especially here. Not every little thing needs to be a big deal.
Picking your battles, right? Like, if Pisces being a little spacey, Cancer, maybe don't jump down their throat every time.
Exactly. Sometimes they just need to process. They're not trying to be hurtful. And Pisces, on the flip side, those little gestures of reassurance. Huge EE for Cancer.
A text saying, thinking of you, an out-of-the-blue hug that goes a long way to making them feel safe.
It really does. It's those small acts of love that bridge that gap between their needs. And, we've been focusing on the tough stuff, but
Yeah,
Cancer and Pisces, when they get it right, magic.
seriously. That intense bond we talked about, that intuitive connection,
Yeah.
that's special.
It's rare. And when they learn to work with their differences instead of against them, whoa, talk about a love story.
That depth of emotion, that shared dreaminess, it's like they create their own little world.
Totally. It might not be easy all the time, but the potential, off the charts.
Love that. And listeners, I have a feeling you might be onto something with this whole opposites attract thing, because we were just talking about Cancer and how opposite they are to Capricorn, right?
Right.
So what happens when you take a Pisces who's all about emotions and intuition and pair them with a Capricorn who's grounded, practical?
Oh, man. Two very different approaches to life, that's for sure.
That's a deep dive for another day.
Absolutely. Lots to unpack there.
Listeners, make sure you're following the show so you don't miss that episode. And if today's deep dive into the ups and downs of Cancer and Pisces left you with thoughts, questions, burning desires to share your own experiences, hit us up on social media. We love hearing from you. Until next time, keep those brains buzzing and those conversations flowing.